Now he's
Yes, what we do is that transfer of care goes from the firefighter paramedics into the ambulance. Extreme care was given to that patient all the way to UCLA, and once at UCLA, we transferred that care from the paramedics of the Los Angeles Fire Department to the doctors and the nurses at UCLA.
Well, we're grateful to you for that information, Captain. Thanks very much for sharing it with us. Ted Rollins is in Los Angeles. Ted, what are you picking up?
Well, the same things that the captain just said, Wolf, that Michael Jackson was the patient on this 911 call, that they picked him up and they took him to the UCLA Medical Center, which is not too far from where he has been staying. You remember he had announced this new tour that he was going to originally begin in July of this year. They had to postpone it for a year. So Jackson has been working, according to his representatives, on this performance. 50 sold-out concerts in Los Angeles. He's been looking at different dancers, and according to his representatives, working very hard at preparing himself physically and mentally, I guess, to get this show to be perfect. That was what they said. They delayed it because they wanted a perfect show, and Michael Jackson wanted this show for his fans to be perfect, so they pushed it back a year. So that's what he's been doing. He moved, of course, from Bahrain in 2006 back to the United States, first to Las Vegas, and then most recently in May here to Los Angeles, where he has been working on this act. Of course, Jackson has had a very long time since his days of fame with Thriller, etc., a long time of battling the public image that he has had, from dangling the baby in London to the child molestation charges he faced. Of course, he was found not guilty of those charges in 2005 in Santa Barbara County. But since then, he has been kept pretty much to himself, first moving to Bahrain, but more recently, starting in May, when he came back to Los Angeles, he was getting out there a little bit more, and he was sort of whetting people's appetite for this big comeback that was supposed to start basically a year from next month in England with these 50 sold-out concerts.
His album Thriller, as all of our viewers know, is the worldwide best-selling album of all time, selling more than 50 million copies, and as you noted, back on June 13, 2005, he was acquitted of child molestation charges, found not guilty on all 10 counts against him. He then left the United States, went over to Bahrain, as you point out, but recently he's been living in Los Angeles, getting ready for these concerts, which I'm sure were going to be widely attended.
Absolutely. You saw the lines outside.